So friends, let's start with today's beautiful recipe of marzipan fruits. So here I've taken 200 grams of cashew nuts. I've then soaked them in water for about 30 minutes. And then I'm going to grind them with a little bit of the water that it is soaked in to a very, very fine paste. We do not want any pieces of cashew nut in this paste. It should be completely and very fine. So this is our 200 grams of cashew nut paste, 200 grams of powdered sugar. This is 1 egg white and 1 teaspoon of almond essence. If you don't have almond essence, you can use vanilla essence too. So now I'm going to beat the egg white a bit, add that as well as the almond essence to the cashew nut paste and really mix it in well. Now I've put a pan on low heat, a heavy bottom pan. I'm going to add this paste along with the sugar, and now all we have to do is just stir this really, really well till everything comes together. And then on a low to medium heat, using a wooden spoon with a long handle, we are going to continuously stir this mixture till it thickens and till it starts to leave the sides of the pan. Now I'm going to do the water test. So I've taken about half a cup of water, room temperature water, and I've added about half a teaspoon of the mixture. If you're able to form a firm ball like this, that means your mixture is ready. So now you just transfer the mixture onto a plate and let it cool completely. And then once it is cool, just knead it to a very, very smooth dough. Now we're going to divide the dough into 3 parts and we're going to add colors of our choice. So I'm going with pastel colors like green, yellow and red. So I'm using gel colors because they really, they work really well and they don't really stain your hands, as well as the color just comes to, the perfect color you're looking for. So get the color in so that you have no white spots on your dough. Now I'll show you how to shape the different fruits. So we're going to start with pears. So just make a round ball like this, smoothen it out. And then with your fingers, just shape it to the top part of it, just narrow it down like this. Just the top part, and then flatten the base. So just keep on turning the top part like this. And then we're going to use cloves or lavangs as a stem. So once you've got the proper shape, just flatten the base and then just insert the clove with the the round end into the fruit, and that's your green pear. So I've done the same with the yellow too. And this marzipan dough is so easy to work with. So let the dough completely cool down, then knead them into small little rounds and then bring all the doughs, together to form a nice, one single big dough. And these fruits have a okay, now I'm going to go with the apple. So I've just made a nice round and I've flattened the base, and then with a toothpick and a little bit of red color, I've just put a little bit of a kind of a design like this. It just makes the color, stand out a bit, and then again insert it with the round of the lavang down, and that's your green apple. If you put, and now I'm going to do the strawberry. So I'm going to take the red and I'm just going to shape it like a strawberry. A little similar to the pear, but I'm going to flatten it down, and then I'm just going to lightly roll it over the rough edge of the grater, regular cheese grater, so it has that little bit of a rough kind of a strawberry look. And then again I'm going to insert the clove. Now I've taken a little bit of the red and the yellow together and formed an orange color, and I'm just going to make a round ball and I'm going to run it through the grater again, and I'm going to insert the long end of the clove into it and keep the round edge up, and that's how you get the orange. So I'm going to do this with all the fruits, with all the remaining dough. Just get creative, guys. You can make all the kind of fruits you want. You can make bananas and guava. Just go be really creative, and do send me pics also of all the fruits that you've made on my Facebook page. I'll leave a link below. And now if you want to make little leaves for the fruits, just take a little bit of the green, just shape it up like a leaf like this. And then, just insert it at the side like that. You can even take out the clove and just insert it so the leaf remains, firm into the fruit like this. Doesn't that look pretty? So my tip over here would be try to get your hands on pastel, gel colors rather than using the liquid colors. And, you'll really get these. And of course, I've added a little bit of purple and I made these little plums also. I love the strawberry effect. It really looks very nice, and so does the orange. So in the orange, you got to put the clove the other way around with the stick inside. And for the other fruits, I made a little bit of red apples also. So that's it, friends. This was a highly recommended video. I got many requests from many people. Akshita, please show us some, marzipan fruits. I hope you all like this recipe, and all of you all, I hope you all try out this recipe and give your Christmas tray a new and beautiful look. Okay friends, first we're going to start by taking some ghee in a pan. I've taken about 1 tablespoon of ghee. Now we're going to heat up the ghee on a low to medium flame, and once our ghee is nice and hot, we are going to add 1 cup of dates or khajur which has been de-seeded. You also get the de-seeded variety, but if yours has seeds in it, just de-seed it. Now we're going to fry this till all of this mixture comes together. You'll actually get the lovely aroma of the dates. So fry this for about 5 minutes. And once that is done, you can just take it out in a separate bowl and let it cool completely. You can even put it into the refrigerator. And now we're going to make the dough for our date rolls. So in a bowl, we're going to take 1 cup of maida or all-purpose flour. Now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of icing sugar or castor sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. Now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of butter, which is at room temperature, and also keep half a cup of cold milk handy. Now first we're going to mix everything very well till it resembles some breadcrumbs. So mix in the butter and the flour and all the other ingredients very well. As you can see, now it resembles breadcrumbs, and when you take a bit of it in your hand, in the palm of your hand, it should come together like this. That means your dough is ready, and now you have to just add milk so that you can just form it into a soft yet a firm dough. So I have used about 1/4 cup of cold milk. So just mix it very, very well. And once our dough is all ready, we're going to set it aside for 15 minutes. In the meantime, we're going to preheat our oven to 180 degrees Celsius, and we're going to line our baking tray with some baking paper or parchment paper. Now I've also applied a little bit of butter onto the tray so that the baking paper sticks well. Now the date mixture has completely cooled down, so we're just going to mold them into cigar shapes or sausage shapes and keep them aside. Now we're going to take about half of our dough and roll it out using a rolling pin. Roll it out till it comes to about 1 inch thickness. We don't want it very thick and we don't want it very thin. So once you've got a nice rolled out dough, the next step is we're going to cut it up into half, and now we're going to put in our date filling right in the center of each of the halves of the dough. And we're going to fold it gently. Cut off all the excess dough that we don't require. And just pinch the edges so that they get sealed well together. And just roll it out a bit. Do the same with the other one. When you pinch the two edges together, they get sealed very, very well. And the dough is very easy to work with. It's very, very elastic. So now you can just take one of them and roll them well till they resemble a flute, a cigar, a sausage, and it has to be nice and rounded. Now take a very sharp knife and cut them into even size. So you can use one to measure all the rest, so you get even sized date rolls. So in this way, cut up the next one too. And I've done the same thing with the other half of the dough. And once we have all of them ready, we're just going to place them on our baking tray, leaving a little space between them. So space them evenly. And now we're just going to brush them with some melted butter. See that you're very generous with this, because this was going to give it a lovely golden brown color once it is baked. You can also use one beaten egg. Just take one egg, beat it up and brush it on top instead of using the butter. You can also use the egg, but of course if you want to keep it completely veg, then you go in for the butter option. And now all we're left to do is bake it in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 15 to 20 minutes till they're nice and golden brown and baked completely. Don't they look delicious? And yes, they do taste delicious. They're really very crunchy, and you have a lovely date filling inside. So I hope you liked this date roll recipe. I have many more Christmas sweets on my channel. I will leave the link below for all of them. I have the recipe for kulkuls, milk cream, guava cheese, which is also called Perad. There's Christmas cake. There's naan biscuits. There's walnut fudge. So I'll leave a link below and you can just go and check all the recipes. Now if you liked this recipe, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the red subscribe button and join the Akshata's Recipes family. Once you have subscribed, do ring the bell icon so every time I come up with a new video, you will get a notification of the same. Do visit my channel, and thank you so much for stopping by at Akshata's Recipes. See you in my next video. Bye and take care.